Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, Akwaba, my name is Sheila, also known as Ajajumo. I am a nutritionist, a yogi, a herbalist, a caterer, and so many more. If at the end of this video you like what you see and would like to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I post future content like this. So I know I have a new look, my locks are gone, but anyway, that is going to be another video's topic. Today I want to share with you my journey having hyper lumbar lordosis. So what is hyper lumbar lordosis? Hyper lumbar lordosis is an exaggerated curve in the spine. So the curve, it is at the lumbar section, that is the lower section of your spinal cord, and it is so exaggerated. It is mainly caused by spinal injury. So when you have an injury at your lower part of your spine or your back, it can cause that. Sitting or standing for an exaggerated time, a long period of time. Say you work in the hospital, okay, you are a nurse. There are less times when you do sit down, you are always on your foot. So that may cause you to have this extended curve in your lower back. Another cause might be a weak core muscle, and we take it for granted. That is why most of the times nutritionists and physicians to emphasize on exercise. So exercise is very important, and if you have a weak core muscle, that tends to have an effect on your lumbar spine. And uneven posture can also be a factor. For example, if you have a bow leg, that is when your leg is formed like a bow, or you have a K leg, like you have one leg this way, the other comes in this direction to your knee, and the knee to your foot, that is known as a K leg. There are a lot of factors to pregnancy, can be a factor. So during pregnancy, you see that the belly is so forward and your butt goes backward. So that can create that curve, and it is known to be treatable. But then we ask ourselves that if you are a fit type, yes, you can, but the pain is going to be there. As we know that the skeleton repairs after every 10 years. So if it's going to be curable, 6 to 10 months isn't going to be enough. You have to change your lifestyle for a very long time before you see changes. So what is the cause of my hyper lumbar lordosis? All of the above, okay, all the things that I mentioned, I can say that they are the cause of it. So I have a K leg, that is an uneven posture. Good. I also have a weak core muscle. So before pregnancy, I didn't feel that pain that much, but after that I realized that the pain was increasing. Even though I had an uneven standing posture, uneven posture, I tend to have the pain, but it wasn't that painful. And the work I've been doing is always standing on my foot, and sometimes to bending for a very long time. So that is also a cause. Spinal injury. When I was a kid, kids, I have this masculine side that is higher than my feminine side. So I tend to love being around boys. So we used to play a lot. Climb trees, be the monkey, like you hang on a tree and someone pushes you. Unfortunately for me, I fell down when I was being pushed. The tree was a cashew tree, and I felt the pain, but I told my mom about it. She massaged me continuously for a couple of weeks and I was okay. But then I can see that it is also a cause. I also had an injury when I came to Europe, that is 10 years ago, roughly, let's say 9 years ago. someone pushed me and I hit my head to the wall. There was a heater, a thermos heater. You know, when you go to the room, the house was old, so we had this olden one made with metal, and my back hit it, so it was like, and I felt it. I felt the pain, even though it didn't show itself. I didn't see the pain. I didn't feel the pain instantly. It was something gradual. So me having an uneven posture, spinal injury, pregnancy, standing on my foot, like standing for a very long time, and it got to a time that I was sitting for a lot. Like I was sewing, so I could sew for 2 weeks in a row. I'll be sitting down. Every moment I stopped, it decreased, the pain decreased, but yet still I was working, standing on my foot like 6 hours a day, due to an uneven posture that will cause it. Now let's get to the treatment. So I did, I'm a yoga lover. I am a yogi. Learning yoga postures, I fell in love with it, and I became a yogi. I became a yogi because I wanted to know the right thing to do and to prevent great injury. So I studied and I got my certificate in Hatha yoga. I studied kids yoga too. So I know that yoga helps. It helps a lot when you do it correctly. Another thing that helps also is swimming. So you're not supposed to do an exaggerated exercise. You're not supposed to do hardcore exercises because that can make it worse. So the sweet gymnastic is something that helps a lot. Swimming, it makes your spine long. So it's like you are, okay, and it helps you stretch out your spine, and that also helps. I've tried it and it helps. Pilate, that helps. So everything regarding sweet gymnastic exercises helps. What about natural remedies? There are a lot of natural remedies out there. I am in Europe, precisely to say Italy, and yes, there are other plants out there that helps with pains, inflammatory, something like turmeric. That is the curcuma in the turmeric helps with inflammatory. Antioxidants food. So you got the berries, the raspberries, the grapeberry, all the berries, like all the food that has lots of antioxidants in them helps with inflammatory. And there are some herbs out there too that helps with inflammatory and with pains. These can help minimize it. But the most important thing is the core. So exercises that help strengthen the core is something that can help you correct that problem. I started having it 5 years ago, before pregnancy. I could say 6 years, but it wasn't that painful. But for the last 3 years, that was when I realized that it was getting worse. So I moved from physician to physician, scans upon scans, x-rays upon x-rays. All they said was this problem is little for it to be causing such problem. I saw chirurgia, like someone who operates on the nerves, and right away he told me that this is your problem. It should have been corrected when you were a kid. So that brings me back to an uneven posture. My leg, my K leg, was supposed to be corrected when I was a kid because one leg can't carry my whole body. Okay, so one is deformed, and that really makes it hard for everything to. The injury that I had. So if you have a kid that has such a posture, during the early 90s, there was nothing like that in Africa. But now researchers, thanks to Western medication, we are able to understand that if there is an uneven posture or a problem that needs to be corrected. So if there is a kid and has deformed, I wouldn't say deformed leg, but uneven posture. See to it that you correct it before the child grows up. Western medication is a no for me, but then I can say the fact, like for the last 3 years, like, okay, I started taking a lot of paracetamol. Like I can get to 1,000 milligram. I changed to Volta, room Volta, whatever, some like Diclo, all those medications that numbs the pain and makes it less. I took it for a very long time that my body got addicted to it, like it wasn't doing anything. So I take it continuously and it stopped working. So my physician placed me on Acosia or Ecotoxia. I've forgotten the name. I'm going to leave it somewhere here. And I know that this medication is banned in the state, but then here in Europe, you take it. It helps me one way or the other because sometimes when the pains comes, you're unable to exercise. You're not even in the mood to get up from bed and do a little bit of stretching. So the medication helps me go to work because you can't take sick leave all the time. When it starts, my physician would tell me this problem, you need to rest, take medication, eat good for 2 weeks, bam, in the house. How can you live 2 weeks, like 2 weeks in the house with nobody? I live in an industrial area, so there is no one. The morning you see cars arriving, in the afternoon they go for lunch, in the evening there is nobody around. So it's like everybody is at work. Unlike me being in a domestic place, like where people live, that you could see people passing by, you can go and sit in the garden and speak with people. This place isn't like this. So like 2 weeks in the house and you need to take that medication. So I take it, go to work, and it numbs me. It's like I'm unable to talk. Yes, I work effectively. I'm unable to communicate with my colleagues properly. I am the jovial type when I go to work. I don't know when I'm in the house, I'm the same, but I love to crack jokes. When I take the medication, I don't talk. If something is funny, I won't laugh. I get angry, like emote, like angry. So I tend to keep quiet. And it works for say 4 hours, even though you're supposed to take one a day. I'm on the 90 milligram and it is very high. I know it is higher than 1,000 ml of paracetamol. But I can say that Western medication has failed me, and that isn't something that I am proud to say, but I am still on it. I'm learning more about the natural remedies, things to eat, things not to eat, what to wear, what not to wear, putting cold compress, massaging, doing my physiotherapy. I did chirotherapy. That is when like they break you apart. Like it is costly too, and you need to spend money. Okay, it's your health. Your health comes first. I tried it, nothing. I tried kinesiotherapy. I think active or passive, I don't remember. I tried it, it did nothing. Unfortunately for me, I got this physiotherapist, and she is so good that she spoke to me. She told me, Sheila, this isn't a huge problem. You can correct it. Eat well, sleep well, get the correct shoes, get the correct medication. So she is also not a fan of Western medication, but she tells me when you feel the pain, take a hot shower, not a warm shower, a hot shower, because most of it is caused by humidity. Being in a humid climate makes it worse. And take a hot shower, massage your whole body with arnica. I don't know the name in English, but I'm going to write it somewhere. With arnica gel, apply it on your body, do some stretching, relax. You can just, if you need 3 days off work, do so, because whenever I go, she sees my face and tells me, you are not the girl that I know. But I can say that for the past 4 months, I've been swimming. I learned how to swim. I've been swimming. I've been doing yoga. I've been doing a lot of stretching. I've been doing less of the exercise that put pressure on my foot. So I don't have sciatica fully. Mine start from my knees and go downwards to my foot. So you can feel this funny sensation that there are ants, okay, ants in your legs, and that is normally, it's, they say it is lack of circulation, but mine isn't. So I've been working towards it. If you're out there and you suffer from hyper lumbar lordosis, leave a comment in the comment box below and share with us what you've been doing to cope with it, the medication you've been taking, the exercises you've been doing, how much rest you've been having, so that it can help others out there. I will do more videos about my daily routine, what I eat, how I exercise, the herbs that I take, the medication that I take, the shoes that I tend to wear, because I have a lot of like band. When I'm working, I put a waistband specifically for that, which costs like 200 bucks, 200 euros. I put it so it will help me be in a straight position. I've changed my mattress, gotten a harder mattress. It isn't too hard, but it is okay. And I can see changes. So that is one of the reasons why you haven't been seeing me often, because it brings you so down that you aren't even in the mood to set up your camera and create something. But I can say that this has been a struggle. This has been a journey too, that I'm learning. I am evolving. I am learning to be okay with it, to cope with it. And so I hope if you have such a problem, you will be able to do so. All right, guys, this brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help me grow this channel. Thank you very much. Medase. Bye-bye.